now at this stage only stick, or would it still be carrot?
No, I'd still be talking to them. I'd still be trying to reinforce in them the value that they bring to the game, to the team. They're match winners on the day. I mean, Rohit Sharma, I've got great respect for Rohit. I think he's the most talented young batsman in the world against fast bowling. I think he's far superior against the short ball than all your Indian talent.
Oh, that's very high praise.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think he has to deliver, though. He hasn't been delivering at all.
Yeah, he's got to convert his talent into substantial numbers now. That's for sure. But if you do not have a fallback position, then you've got to work with these guys. And how do you work? You try to get to the technique. You get into their minds. You talk about the bigger picture, which is winning for India. I think the emphasis right now is somewhat, I see a selfish streak in some of these guys. It is bacho, apna karo and bacho. And you see that can hit the team quite badly, and then the captain's role come into the focus big time. No, he's got to inspire them into leading India into action, not individual scores. And somehow I feel that this cricket dressing room, Indian cricket dressing room environment has become just a little bit selfish. You've got to rise above that. And you've got to work with these players and ask them to play for the country, not for individual glory. It has to be for the country all the time, because it simplifies a lot of things. You know, it clears a lot of extraneous stuff in your mind. Because when you go out there and you feel that you're going to score runs, not for yourself, obviously it is to a certain degree a selfish game. But overall, the commitment should be to go out there and win the game for India. And that brings out the best in you. You know, and it simplifies a lot of things, and it clears a lot of cobwebs. And be aggressive, be positive. I think because they've lost so many battles in the last year and a half, that this team has to a certain degree become a defeatist, or has developed a defeatist mind. Yeah, absolutely. So I think that is why I think a change in leadership is also required, maybe at the T20 level. Just start small, take baby steps, reintroduce a new captain, bring a bit of freshness into the dressing room, and then see how it goes.
Okay, we'll talk about the captaincy, but Bishan, is it a cultural thing with maybe India and Pakistan? You know, the way we cohabit together in the dressing room, the way we look at our leadership, the way we all aspire for becoming captain and therefore create dissensions within the team. And I'm being quite candid about it. It can be from Pakistan, it can be from... Is that a cultural thing that we don't have a real sporting ethos as a country?
No, we don't have. Let's accept it. You know, when you're winning, you know, everybody wants to worship a rising sun.
Yeah.
Okay? But when you're down, then who is going to analyze the true character of the individual as well as the side? We don't have anybody. And particularly when Rameez was talking about that Indian dressing room is too selfish, it's a very unhappy dressing room. You know, I can't imagine people in the dressing room are raving about each other. No, they're pulling down each other. Now that
could be because they're losing.
No, not only because they're losing, because yes, this blame game starts only when you're losing. The captain will say, all right, batting failed. The batsman will say, oh, the bowlers didn't do the job, and the bowler will say, the fielders mugged it up. Okay, and then you'll have the odd one who will say, all right, did you see my catch? You know, so this becomes a vicious circle. Now this has to be prevented, and who is going to do that? Now what is our blooming support staff doing? Okay, now this is where I beg to disagree with many people, that these Zimbabwean support staff, what concern do they have about India? They just collect the paycheck and
there's a disconnect. Basically, there's a disconnect. What
enormous disconnect. Whether it is from South Africa, Australia,
apart
New
from
Zealand,
the fact that they are all involved in the sport, so there's no emotional connect.
Listen, it's an Indian concern. It's a Pakistani concern, right? And when you have somebody who is talking to the players through a interpreter, now that will take a long time thinking. You know what is going on.
I agree.
Wasim, having heard all this, one of the things which is been quite extraordinary in the circumstances is the rise of Pakistan since the 2011 World Cup, and actually not just the World Cup, they were in huge turmoil and controversy. With all that had been happening. So what explains? Is it stable leadership, the right kind of guys, or has the Pakistan Cricket Board become more involved? What is it?
Can I, sorry?
Please.
They have a point to prove to the world, right?
Maybe that's...
They have a point to prove as a cricketing nation, right? In Pakistan, there's not much happening because nobody wants to tour there. and they're playing in Dubai, they want to play home matches in England, they want to play home matches elsewhere. They have point to prove, particularly this tour.
They're hungry.
They were hungry to prove a point, and they've done it. I would like to give them, all the marks for the commitment.
No, undoubtedly, but do you see anything, some
definitely
systems
credits
and
go to the
processes that have been
captaincy.
put in place?
Credit goes to Misbah and Mohammad Hafiz, both of them. And Hafiz has improved as a player. I mean, this is the first time I saw
Very confident, isn't he?
confident
Very
in his batting, because before he was double-minded as a batsman, but now he comes out and he plays his shots, positive shots. He doesn't slog, but he's a very good player, a very useful player. He can bowl 10 overs at any stage of the game in one-day cricket or in T20. He's a tremendous fielder, and now we know that after Misbah we have a leader. We have we actually
So he's being groomed
for
virtually.
once, for some odd reason, there's a plan in Pakistan cricket. We never had a plan. So credit goes to the cricket board as well. I suppose the chairman, this new guy, at least he's settled. He's not changing captain. He's not involved selecting the players. He's left the job to the selectors.
And that has obviously diminished the politics even within the dressing room. I would imagine that
I
it
don't think
creates
so
a little
there is any
healthy,
politics.
Tell me, other selectors in Pakistan, are they paid?
Yeah, they're paid.
They're paid now.
They're paid now.
They're paid now.
Really?
So,
Yeah.
Rameez,
Not as much as you guys, but they're paid.
I could have asked Wasim this question. Perhaps that was more logical. But I wanted a batsman's point of view and somebody who's watched Pakistan cricket closely. This, it's the assembly line of fast bowlers. We've seen how good Junaid Khan is, and then there's, as Navjot Singh Sindhu says,
Qutub Minar,
Qutub Minar on two tangos par. So, is it because the role models are in Imran or Fazal Mahmood or Wasim Akram? They are heroes in Pakistan cricket. In India, the heroes are only the batsmen who score hundreds and their averages and.
But is that a good
centuries.
enough excuse? I've been hearing this excuse from
No,
last
is that
couple of
in
months.
Pakistan?
I think we generally have a fast bowling culture.
Aggressive culture.
Yeah, we want,
This
Punjabi
is,
culture.
This is what I'm telling you. Pakistanis have got a lot more aggro.
Yeah.
But what about technique
even on
and
the
what about
street,
skills?
even on the street, okay.
Yeah.
You want to pick up a fight, all right. If you want to win a fight,
We
you
don't
got
want
to
to pick up a
play-
fight on the
No, hang
streets
on.
or here.
No, just a minute. I'm talking about if you want to
We
win a
got two
fight.
Pakistanis here.
Listen, if you got to win a fight in Lahore, you got to bloody well deserve it.
Yeah.
That is the spirit they have.
But tell us about the fast bowlers.
It's a culture. Obviously, it stems from the fact that we've had some tremendous fast bowling talent, and they want to emulate a Wasim Akram or an Imran, and they all want to bowl quick. I think culture in India is to bowl medium pace stuff.
Line and length.
Because line and length, and there's so much emphasis given on line and length.
Conserve energy.
Conservative approach. Whereas in Pakistan, if you're not a fast bowler, you're not a bowler at all. They'll make you stand behind the nets and not make you bowl at all because you do not have pace. So that's the first thing. I mean, that's the trigger point. If you want to bowl fast, then you've got to show the pace.
Okay.
And we tell our bowlers in Pakistan, even the domestic coaches, the first class level coaches, they tell the bowlers, if you have a pace, you stick with pace. You learn the swing later, we'll teach the swing later. Over here, your guys come 140, 145, after 1 year they go to 125 to 130. There's got to be a reason behind it.
We don't have fast bowlers in India because fast bowling is the hardest job in cricket.
Yeah, it's a mazdoor,
Okay.
as Kapil Dev says, mazdoori hai.
No, no.
But I want one final, reaction and quick.
Sure.
Two things. One is, do you see India's revival happening soon? And do you think that there is a need for a change in captaincy? You've half answered that, but
T20 captaincy change for sure. Revival, yes, it'll take time. Impossible to get batsmen in shape to replace somebody like Dravid and Ganguly and VVS Lakshman. So it'll take time, but there's
to be
future
patient.
and hope,
you
definitely.
want to give some time frame to that? When you say take time, does it mean 2 years, 3 years, 5 years?
At least
Do you
it'll
agree
take-
with him?
Yeah, I agree with him. That's the common sense. That's common sense. But yes, it'll take a couple of years at least to get back into the top-notch side, as a top-notch side. Maybe especially overseas, although they're struggling in India as well. But it'll take a couple of years.
Last word to you, Bishan.
Well, we need a change of captaincy, definitely at test level.
Yes. Oh, test level. Okay,
Yes,
so that's
and also one days and T20. We need 3 different captains. We need 3 different teams.
yeah.
The same people cannot be expected.
Different skill sets, different formats,
Absolutely.
different players.
Different mindset also.
Okay. So that's what our experts say. 3 different teams, different personnel. It will take a little while for India to recover, but there is a silver lining somewhere on the horizon. It's not all too bleak. Thank you so much for
Silver Fox.
thank you so much for being with us, and thank you Rameez, Bishan and Wasim.
Thank
It's
you.
been a
Welcome.
pleasure having
Welcome.
you here.